The Government Accountability Office investigating 40 whale deaths along the East Coast just this year and whether or not offshore wind turbines are responsible. Fox Business's Jeff Flock joins us live now from Manasquan, New Jersey, with New Jersey Congressman Chris Smith, who's been leading the charge on this issue. My apologies to all of my colleagues from New Jersey on mispronouncing the town that you're in this morning. Jeff, take it away.
Those old Native American names, you know, they'll throw you every time. I'm on the beach here in Manasquan, Cheryl. Beautiful. Nothing like the Jersey Shore in the summer. Not far from this very spot where we're standing, one of those 40 whales washed up in February. And Congressman Smith, you've been leading the charge on this against these wind farms. What is the concern? Why would a wind farm cause a problem with whales?
Part of it is right now, as they're mapping the ocean floor to put these 3,400 huge, it's the size of the Chrysler building, embedding them into the seabed. But while they're doing the recon work, the sonar seems to be throwing the whales and the dolphins off because they rely on that for direction.
And they're running into ships, they're running into...
Well, they're confused.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the government groupthink is to say, nothing to see here, but there are so many unanswered questions, which is why, as you know, I've asked and had a bill passed, legislation passed in an overwhelming vote, frankly, in the House.
And Congressman Smith is somebody who works with folks, gets people done, gets things done, right?
Yeah. Without a doubt. And I did believe it had to be bipartisan, and it was.
Yeah. Cheryl, I want to show you the map. This is where these whale deaths have taken place, all up and down the eastern seaboard. And this is right where all of these wind turbines are being located.
Exactly. The whales and the dolphins are the canary in the coal mine. Mm-hmm. They're telling us there's something wrong. The entire ecosystem right here is going to be eviscerated, destroyed. Commercial fishing will end. Recreational fishing will end. And one thing that almost no one has paid attention to, the National Academy of Sciences did a devastating report that said radars, that is to say every ship that goes out, particularly big ships,
could be compromised.
They'll be seeing things that aren't there, and they will have catastrophic...
Some critics have said, you know, you guys don't really care about the whales. You just care about getting rid of the wind turbines. You are an environmental guy.
I do believe in the environment. I believe in...
You believe in climate change?
I have questions about climate change, but no matter where you stand on climate change, this issue is about that entire ocean being devastated. You know, the number of acres, 2.4 million acres, 3,400 of these ocean wind turbines, and the noise will be devastating below the water as well as above. We will look out there and we'll hear those things here, and again, it will do horrible things to radar. And all these ships that are going out, including New York Harbor, they'll be compromised.
I appreciate you taking the time coming down on the beach. Good to see you, sir. Longest serving congressman in New Jersey history, 44 years. You know, you talk about term limits sometimes. You know, it sometimes takes guys that know what they're talking about and have been around a while to get things done.
Well,
My
Jeff,
2 cents.
Since he's still there with you, Jeff, why don't they just push for an emergency order and shut the turbines down just temporarily until they can figure out what's going on?
Cheryl's asking about, you know, is there anything you can do to, like, shut the mapping down so that we don't, I mean, can you do something?
No,
is there anything you can do?
One of the reasons, because there's both the Biden administration and the Murphy administration here locally in the state.
Governor
Murphy, they're using the coercive power of the state not to listen to any of these mayors who have spoken out, and very eloquently. That's why we're doing this study with the GAO, because nobody's doing an independent analysis of the environmental risks that are associated with ocean wind development.
Yeah, gotcha.
Wow, thank you.
Tough one, Cheryl.
Yeah. No, it's very upsetting.
Yeah.
Jeff, it's a very upsetting story that we've been covering here. And it's so sad. Anyway, thank you to you and, of course, to him as well. Thank you for his time.